Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is KPZ. You're here on the home of the slightly above average ship review. I know you were probably expecting a Jutland video. Instead, we've got the Tier 2 Royal Navy Tech Tree Destroyer, the Valkyrie. Temper your expectations. As you can see, it is only a 4-on-4. I did get several 9-on-9 matches, but in those matches, they weren't that great. I had another match where it was, I think, a full match, or maybe close to a full match. I got a high caliber medal with 21,000 damage and had no kills. So instead, I'm going to bring you a high kill game here in the Valkyrie. All right, really quickly, WoW's builds, the only stats available to me. Sigma of the Valkyrie 2.0, fires per minute 2.63. The shells overmatch 7mm and arm at 17mm. The torpedo reaction time is 7.98 seconds. And as I've talked about before, the destroyer stats are messed up, so I can't give you a stat comparison. But safe to say, this is not a strong destroyer. All right, we torped out at, what is that thing? Tenryu. And we're shooting some armor piercing. Not really getting it done. There's a Citadel hit that doesn't do a ton of damage. Another Citadel hit, 2 Citadel hits. And we get him with a couple of torpedoes. First blood medal, kill number 1. Here come the torpedoes. Well, this impressed me. I was able to maneuver out of the way in time to save my own life. All right, 1 ship killed here in the Valkyrie. So yeah, it's not a strong ship, doesn't have great AA, torpedoes are short range, has 4 102mm cannons, or rifles, or turrets, or whatever you want to call it. Not very great. Usually at these low tiers, torpedoes kind of rule the day in terms of damage. Although I do want to say I think the damage record for this ship is like 93,000, which kind of really took me by surprise. Here we're going to try to set the St. Louis on fire and fail. Yes, I was shooting armor piercing there to see if I could get pens. I can't get pens. Not really, not reliably. So we're going to try one more time. No citadels. So I'm going to switch to high explosive here in a minute. But first, I'm going to put out some torpedoes that are totally going to miss. While they miss, I'm going to tell you more about the history of the Valkyrie. A First World War V-class flotilla leader of the Royal Navy, one of 2 destroyers ordered under the 9th Order for Destroyers of the Emergency War Program of 1916 to 1917, originally supposed to be called the HMS Malcolm. Completed, blah, 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 pennant number F83. Valkyrie struck a mine in 1917, killing 12 men. There was a big storm. I guess. Was it a storm? It doesn't say. It just says 3 more destroyers from the fleet were sunk that day as I continue to flail away at the St. Louis with no damage. So 12 people were killed, and then 7 more died of their injuries afterwards. That was near the Netherlands. After the Valkyrie was repaired, and after the armistice, Valkyrie was sent to the Baltic Fleet as part of something called the British Intervention, which was an intervention in the Russian Civil War. Doesn't say whose side they were on. Blah, blah, blah. Refitted, returned to service 1923, returned to service again in 1926, and put back in reserves. 1927, joined the Mediterranean Fleet as a replacement for Valentine, and then went back into reserves. Finally stricken in 1936, sold to the shipbreaking yard as part of a deal where they trade a bunch of warships for RMS Majestic, which was turned into a training ship. All right. I think we killed the St. Louis while I was talking about some stuff, probably with torpedoes. So we're here with Nazario Suaro. I was really... This is going to sound terrible. I was really hoping that Nazario Suaro would kill my teammate so I could have them all to myself here at the end. As you can see, We've got similar damage left, but he has to deal with 2 ships, and I only have to deal with him. Now, he does smoke up here using his smoke, rolling smoke, I guess. I was like, yeah, kill that other guy on my team. Nope. He doesn't kill him, so we're going to go bow in here in the Valkyrie, you know. Only a couple of torpedo, 2 twin tubes. It does have 4 gun-ins, so I would say I consider it to be lean gunboat as the Sorrow comes out of his smoke screen. Light him up there, get a cap defended flag, getting our rear turrets turned around, continuing to shoot and doing more damage. I was really worried that he would be messing me up with his sap. However, we withstood his sap, and I was like, oh, then the other guy's going to kill him. He ran into the island. He missed that salvo. Probably would have killed me. And instead, we finished him off. So that was the best match I had out of the recent matches I played in the Valkyrie. All right, first blood medal, 38,891 total damage. 42 main battery hits, 4 torpedo strikes, 3 kills, 3 hits to Citadel, and a cap defended flag. We ended up with just over 65,726 silver and a middling amount of ship XP and commander XP. At tier 2, what do you expect? There we are at the top of the board, 1172 base XP, 3 big kills, and 1 medal. Like I said, I had games where I got a high caliber with only 21,000 damage. Other games where I finished at near the top of the board, but this game I did the most killing, so that's why you got this game. All right, here in the port, let's face it, you're going to blow through this ship just like everybody else did. Fully upgraded ship, loadout, only consumables, 6 charges of the smoke generator. It is the short duration smokes that's going to give you a good primer for the rest of the line. Common battle boost for speed, type 1 temporary camo, and the early adopter flag. Taking a look at the specs, 9,500 hit points with our build. Main battery, 4 102 millimeter guns, 8.9 kilometer firing range, 5-second reload, 18-second turn time. HE shells, 1,500 max damage with a 6% fire chance. AP shells, 1,800 max damage. As I mentioned earlier, 2 twin launchers, reload every 41 seconds. Max damage 10,285, 6 kilometer range at 53 knots. The detectability is 1,100 meters. Moving on to the AA defense. Well, at least it has AA defense, just 1 40 millimeter gun. Really lackluster range and damage per second. However, you can shoot your AA guns from stealth, so you should never deactivate your AA in Valkyrie. Max speed 35 knots with that speed boost flag. Turning circle 500 meters. 2.5 second rudder shift time. Concealment is 4.7 on the surface, 2.6 in the air, 2 kilometers flat when firing in smoke. Taking a look at the stats, I've played 12 matches and got an equal division of wins and losses. Main battery accuracy, not that great. You saw that in the video. Torpedo accuracy, alright, I guess. This was my highest kill match in the Valkyrie, as you can see. Don't know about that max damage, but the record, at least on WoW's builds, is almost double that amount. You got to get a lot of torpedo strikes to get that kind of damage. That's all I'm saying. All right, here's the commander, Philip Vine. I do use Mr. Vine, the survivability commander, on the lower tier Royal Navy destroyers, which trend, in my opinion, to be a little bit more gunboaty, or maybe a better way of saying it is a little less torpedo-y. Shichang and Bai. Anyway, pretty standard survivability build here. That's how I'd recommend building out these lower tier 2, 3, and 4 Royal Navy destroyers. Anyway, I hope you liked this video of the Valkyrie. If you did, hit that like button. I will see you on the next one.